Good day, ma'am. My name is Samson Bolu, and my matric number is SVG 2022032. I'm from Department of Surveying and Geoinformatics under the Faculty of Environmental Design and Management. And in this short video, I will be explaining how I understand the question given to me and the approach I used to solve them. So the question assigned to me for Lab 5 was question 90, as you can see on my screen, and the question for Lab 6 is question with Lab 5 question 90. So the question asks me to calculate the correlation. I have to calculate the correlation between GPS accuracy, yes, and satellite count. So the goal of this question is to find whether there is relationship between how accurate a GPS is and how many satellites are feasible at that time. So actually, from the basic of GPS knowledge, so we know that the more satellites connected to a GPS, the better its accuracy. I mean, the more reliable its accuracy, and vice versa. So that means the less satellites connected to a GPS, then the lower or the less reliable the accuracy becomes. So this means that we are expecting a negative correlation because more satellites are connected. I connected more satellites in my code. So as the satellite count increases, then the GPS error or inaccuracy should reduce. So now I will start by defining correlation. So correlation is a statistical measure that tells us how two variables are related. So in this case, one variable is GPS accuracy. As we can see, I started with GPS accuracy. Then the second variable is the satellite count. That means the number of satellites are used. And in this coding, I used Pearson correlation coefficient, which gives a result between -1 and 1. So +1 means a perfect positive relationship and 0 means no relationship at all, while -1 means a perfect negative relationship. Now moving to the approach I used to get the code, to calculate the code. So first I prepared two lists in Python. So that's the one on the first two lines. That's the first two lists I prepared. One for GPS accuracy and the second one for the number of satellites. And then I wrote a Python code to calculate the Pearson correlation. I decided not to use the any plugin, so as not to make the code complicated. And this code can run perfectly on both PyDroid and Tony ID. And also the function works by calculating the mean of both the list, finding the differences between each value and multiplying the difference by defining the product of standard deviation and the mean calculated. Then after running the code, after writing the whole code, I ran it as seen here, and the correlation it gave me is the correlation between GPS accuracy and satellite count is -1.008, which is an excellent result because I was expecting a negative value. So this agrees, and it's ascertained to the fact that we have already established that the higher the satellite count connected, then the more reliable the uh, GPS accuracy become. So this negative correlation is pointing to the fact that the GPS is more reliable. That means the error is less. So the error in the GPS is less because more satellites are connected. So my code runs perfectly and successfully. Now question moving to question 6. So that is question number 31. So I was asked to create a list of coordinate pairs for survey point, and I used a Python to create and display the coordinates. And as seen, I created a list which is the survey point. I created survey point, then I listed the survey point, and also I wrote the code. And the survey point is a list of code, and each represents the tuple, and also for the loop. So the loop goes through each coordinate and prints the xy value using the formatted string. And here is the result when I run it, and as you can see, it displays the coordinate pairs perfectly. So the first pair, the first column is for the x, and the second column is for the y. So this code makes me understand better how to use Python to represent survey data, and I appreciate how the code works. So thank you, sir.